We live. I don't see the timer. We live. What's happening, people? Good afternoon. It's or good evening. In some cases, it's September the 5th. How's everybody doing? It's Antonio Johnson from Lexington, Kentucky, by way of Roswell, New Mexico, with the Black Diamond Show. What's going on? Somebody's tuned in. What's going on? Hope everyone's having a peaceful and productive day. Yeah. So today's topic is boys versus men. Boys versus men. Adult versus kids. Because you can be 30, 40, 50 years old and still be a child, you know. So it's a kind of touchy. But we're gonna run with it though. And the reason why I feel experienced enough in order to speak on this subject is for the simple fact I never had a father growing up. I've had my mother tell me 4 or 5 different men was my father, but I've never had a father growing up. So I never had no one step up, take that plate, so I had to figure it out. So uh, it was a journey. Had to bump my head a few times, had to learn this and learn that, and just going through life. I tell you, and I never really uh, questioned where my father was or who my dad was or any of that stuff. I never did. It was one time in my entire life I can recall saying, if I had a man in my life, if I had a father in my life, then this wouldn't be happening. And it was when I was out of prison. When I first got out of prison, because before I went to prison, I had just bought a Mercedes or a car, and then like a month and a half later, after I bought the car, I caught me a Fed case, and so I went to go do my time and all this stuff. And after I get out, of course, I had a vehicle. I had 2 vehicles when I got out, and so and but my car was acting funny, because it was sitting there all that time. So you got to think oil and gas and whatever else goes on with the car. I'm like a female when it comes to car. I don't know nothing about vehicles. I know how to get in that thing and go. I just now learned how to put gas in like last week. So, but yeah. So, and I said, and this man who I was uh, getting to do some work on my vehicle, trying to figure out what was wrong with my car at the time. Uh, he just kept on telling me it was 4 or 5 different parts and different pieces and stuff. I bought every single piece, and it's a Mercedes, and so pieces are expensive. And I'm like, dude, after like the 4th time, I'm like, I'm not gonna keep on doing this. And it was the first time I said, well, if I had a freaking man in my life, if I had a father in my life, I wouldn't be going through this. I would know what was wrong, or at least be able to be pointed in the right direction instead of someone just gaming me out of money, So and that's the only time I kind of regret saying that for that day, but because I never really I see the difference. I see the difference between I see the difference between myself and a lot of decisions that a lot of males are making out here in the world, and I know the difference between a boy and a man. I can tell you that for sure. Anybody that knows me, they'll tell you, Antonio's walked a hard life. And it's all good. It developed into the wonderful human being that I am today. Yay. I'm a great guy. I know you probably beg to differ, but I'm still a good guy. Anyway, so basically, number one is that the the ultimate difference between a boy and a man is the decisions that that individual makes. I know some men that are 5 years old that are more mature to handle a situation than a 24, 25, 26 years old. You feel me? All about the decisions that you make in a real situation. Pressure bust pipes. You feel me? Uh, you know, and I know some solid kids who you would label as a kid, as a child, who's more solid and more of a man than some grown males that you know and I may know. And I recall back in prison. Well, yeah, kind of, yeah, prison and jail. I recall before I ever got sent down to prison that there was a saying going around in jail, and and it was I'm a convict. I'm not no inmate. I'm a convict. I ain't no inmate. I'm like, I never really understood the difference between that because I hadn't been to prison yet. You know. Well, I get down to federal prison. I carry myself the way I am. I show my paperwork, show them that I ain't no rat, I ain't no snitch, none of that stuff. They once they find out you ain't no rat, you ain't no snitch, and you a solid stand up dude, you feel me? They ain't got nothing but love, and you know what I'm saying, to shower you with things. You know, I still rejected everything that they was trying to give me because it's my first time in prison. Last thing I'm about to do is be indebted to anybody because you feel me. Then you get them problems, and I'll die behind this. You feel me? So we don't want them problems. I'll buy it myself. So, uh, but I learned then as I was, you feel me? Because prime example. All right. So when I'm in the Fayette County jail in the Fayette County Detention Center, uh, I had probably had like $400 or $500 on my books, or maybe $300 or $400 on my books or something like that. But when I was getting transferred to the federal penitentiary, they the transfer from my money to the feds, it took a while. It took about 3 weeks, maybe a month, something like that. I forget. I don't know. And so I didn't have no money. And then and like I said, but I had my paperwork and stuff. So I showed people I ain't no rat, I ain't no snitch, none of that stuff. And so they was like, oh, well, here, you're gonna need some toilet paper, you're gonna need some toothpaste, you're gonna need this, you're gonna need this, you're gonna need this. And I'm like, they was just trying to be genuine and nice. Like, look here, fam, you're gonna need this. But I'm like, I'm in the mentality like, y'all trying to rack up a debt with me. You feel me? I'm cool. I don't want none of that. You feel me? So what I did was I got on the phone and I called my uncle. I said, hey, man, I need you to send me $20. I get to go to the store. When you're in the feds, you get to go to the store once a week, depending on what unit you're in, and you can buy whatever you want to buy and stuff at the store and stuff. It's not like a real life store like we know out here in the world, but it's for prisons. So anyway, so what I did with that $20, it was I arrived in the penitentiary during the season of summer, and they gave us a real big laundry bag. A laundry bag so you can put your items in there so you can go, you know what I'm saying, do your thing in your cell or whatever. And but in each unit we had our own where you wash clothes with. What's those things called? Washing machines. Yeah, washing machines and dryers. So we can wash our own clothes and stuff. And we also had in that same room we had a real big ice machine, and so you can get as much ice. You have unlimited ice. It's an ice maker. So you can go in there and get as much ice as you want. It's cool. So what I did was my uncle sent me $20. That hit immediately, and I didn't have anything. So what I did was I don't drink pop. I haven't drunk pop in over 19 years. It's bad for you. I don't drink. I don't eat pork. I don't do none of this stuff. But what I did was I went to the store with that $20, and I went and bought. You can buy six. They come in cans, but six packs of pops, sodas. So you got Mountain Dew, Pepsi, Sprite, all that stuff, And so I bought $20 worth of pops, sodas, and I put them. And then when I got my pops, I took them back to my unit, and I put them inside the bag, and I threw ice on top of it. And I went to the room, and I put a bunch of ice on top of it, and then when it was time for the move, you get to move once an hour. On the hour, every hour, you get to move wherever you want to go within the prison, and and that's how they control where people are at and stuff. But you can go do whatever you want to do until but you can only move once an hour. And when it was time for the move, I took that bag of pop up to the yard. Even where all the weights and the track and softball, basketball, even all that stuff over, everybody's up there just chilling and stuff. And I walked around that yard. I walked around the compound. Pops, 2 stamps, because that's on the yard up there in prisons. Stamps was considered money. A book of stamps is worth, I think, if my memory serves me correctly, $5, and each individual stamp is like a quarter, if I remember correctly. But at the end of the day, I took those pops and I walked around the unit. I walked around the yard and I said, "Hey, I got pops for sale, 2 stamps a piece." Made my money, and I did that every week until my money hit the prison. And then when it hit the prison, I had that money plus the money that I accumulated. So that right there is the definition of a man. A boy would have probably took what, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say you're a boy just because you accept things from people, but you open the door for some stuff that you really don't want. And a man who really don't want no problems, want no smoke, and anything, they normally would think about those consequences of accepting something. What are the consequences of accepting something? And then once they let that marinate for a second, a smart person will decline those offers because you don't know what's coming behind them. You feel me? You're gonna be able to handle yourself, but you still don't want to open the door for no foolishness. You feel me? You got to protect yourself at all times. And so that right there is an example. And then, but anyway, it goes back to the convicts and inmates. I had to learn, and as I'm evolving to the man that I am, I'm learning that I'm mature and I can handle myself, whatever. And I'm overthinking, like, that's what this convict and inmate stuff means. So what it is like boys versus men, convicts and inmates. An inmate, they'll go to the county jail and they'll be in there disrespecting the guards. F you the police, and banging on doors and, just causing a bunch of chaos and havoc in there for no reason when you're the one who put yourself in that jail. Why are you going to give that guard a hard time because he decided to fill out an application and sit back and do an easy job? Well, I ain't going to say easy, but sit back and do a job and watching you mess up your life. You feel me? You can't fault him for that. You give that man respect. Now, me personally, I don't interact with nobody that has a badge. If you got a badge, I don't have no respect for you. It's just simple as that. But I acknowledge, I don't have no respect for you. I don't have no conversation for you. Put it like that. If you have a badge, but I still respect that man and his position, or that woman in their position. You know why? Because they're living just like them. They didn't ask to be there. I mean, they filled out an application. You feel me? But they ain't got time for this. And that's the difference between a convict and an inmate. A convict gives you respect. They respect the situation. They know that they put themselves there. They know the guard or whoever is monitoring the inmates don't have nothing to do with this. They're just doing their job, doing what needs to be done to secure the business. And you go in there being an inmate, you go to prison being an inmate, you're probably gonna come out somebody's girlfriend. So you better mature and wise up real quick. As far as the ladies, I'm gonna tell you like this: inside of a relationship, like I did a video the other day about knowing who you're dealing with. You got to give it some time. You feel me? Quit thinking about what's in your pants, stuff like that. So a lot of you ladies out here dealing with clowns. You're dealing with men who ain't worth nothing, who ain't worth 2 quarters, who ain't worth 2 pennies. And they're still valuable because they're human beings. Their life is not less valuable. However, if you are questioning why your life is in a certain cycle that you can't seem to break, and you prioritize your time towards somebody who does not contribute to your life to be in a better position, then basically, if you entertain a clown inside of a circus, you now become part of that act, and then you're probably a clown within that. So you need to reevaluate or push to change the minds of these men these boys out here, uh, and to make them do better. Uh, Me personally, if I was a female, I wouldn't be involved with no boy. I don't have time for it. Just like I don't have time for a girl. You feel me? I don't have time to be raising no girl to be a woman. Just like a woman ain't got time to be raising a boy to be a man within me. You feel me? When I meet you, you better be up to par. If it ain't up to par, deuces. And I still wish you the best of luck. You feel me? So, it's basically just the decisions that you make as an individual, which classify you whether you're a boy or a man. And a lot of people need to know that just because you have a penis between your legs and a ball, you're able to make a baby. They don't make you no man, you know. And a lot of women, you can prevent having kids and wasting another child's life by keeping your legs closed when it comes to these boys. Just because they talk good, they look good. I'll tell you one big indicator. One big, and it's gonna sound crazy because they use the lavish gifts and the expensive things in order to catch the attention of women. You know, 9 times out of 10, I ain't gonna say this for everybody, but 9 times out, because a man knows the difference between real and fake. You feel me? So 9 times out of 10, if a man, I just had this conversation with somebody about 3 or 4 months ago too. So if 9 times out of 10, if a man spends a lot of money on shoes, clothes, cars, houses, stuff like that, 9 times out of 10, that's a boy. That's a boy. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything good coming his way. Nothing. And the reason why he has to spend money on that stuff in order to get the attention of the prey he's trying to get, the females with the fat bud and all so stuff, and who can do this and do that. You feel me? That's why a real man is working on establishing credit, working on establishing himself, working on a business, or working on his career. He might not be a businessman. He might not have no interest in business. He just may be a really good cook. He works at a Burger King or something, or he's a cook at Keeneland or whatever. You feel me? But a man focuses on the important things that matter. A boy wouldn't know how to put his name on a lease or a deed if a gun was dead to his head. A boy wouldn't know how to go to Kentucky Utilities and pay a bill without the assistance of a woman. You feel me? A boy wouldn't know how to go get insurance in his name. A boy don't even know an insurance company. You feel me? So it's really just basically on the decisions that you make as an individual, which determines your level of maturity, which then classifies you in whichever group you fall in. And you can still grow into be a man, but you need to make better decisions. If you're in a relationship with a boy, disguising himself as a man, leave the situation alone before you mess around and get pregnant. And then you have your a baby daddy, you be a baby mama. And you gotta go into the next relationship, telling this story about this man who you trying to close the chapter on, but you can't close the chapter on because you just messed around and opened up your legs and had a baby. And you feel me? All because it's a weak moment, a vulnerable moment. You trying to get dusted off or whatever the situation may be. So you just gotta quit this stuff, man. It's just ugly. But yeah, the difference between a boy and a man is just basically the decisions that a person makes and the direction that person is going in life. If you hustling backwards, if you out here just all your moves don't make any sense whatsoever, 9 times out of 10, you're dealing with a boy. If your moves make progress, dealing with a man. Same applies for girls and women. I don't have no desire to entertain a girl who ain't mature. I don't want your box. I don't want your mouth. I don't want your time. I don't want nothing. I want to put you on my payroll list so I can make some money off of you so you can put yourself in a better situation so you can eventually grow to be and evolve to be a better human being to help this world out. You feel me? It's all about helping each other. So that's the only thing I could do with a girl. So that's pretty much it for real. Yeah, it's just ugly. I see a lot of bad decisions out here. A lot of these boys out here, they look like a bounced check. So, get out here, find you somebody, find your soulmate, love and connect with the right person, even if it's not meant to be sexually or a long term. Make a connection because everyone that you have a connection with is meant to teach you a lesson. And if you run into a boy and you mess around and turn that lesson into a baby, having a baby with him, yeah, you probably are headed for ground zero. You're gonna tear your life up. You're gonna mess your credit up. You're gonna go against your morals, everything your mother and your father taught you as in value. They instilled inside you as a child, and you're gonna disappoint your parents. You are going to be an epic failure. So make that work. So that's my time for the day. Sorry I was late again today. If you need Wi-Fi, of course you can get $41.99 a month plus tax. We can service all 50 states. You can hit us up 859-428-8193. Or you can also go to our blackdiamondwarehouse.com and sign up for internet cable services there as well. We have a representative that will get in contact with you within 24 hours with your install date if you decide to go the website route. If you need a roof replaced, we can get your roof done through your insurance so you don't have to pay anything out of pocket. Get you upgraded to the 3-dimensional architectural shingles for free, just for allowing us to do the work. Need your hair done, eyebrows, cosmetology. Kirsten Shanks in Lexington, Kentucky at my Black Diamond Boutique store located at 366 Waller Avenue, Suite 211. She's up there knocking it out. She's the best in the city. Go holler at her. You can also make an appointment, 859-428-8193. Walk-ins and welcomes if you catch her up there. What else we got? If you're looking to make some extra income, supplement some income, or change your career, $500 a week, bare minimum. Is doing our internet, phone, and cable sales, work from home, and we service all 50 states. All you're pretty much doing is just getting people installed dates for their internet, phone, and cable services, and you get paid every week. Yeah, anybody sees this that's my friends on Facebook. Y'all know they hate me on there. So I got a bunch of haters. I'm going on my 3rd month being blocked on there. They hate me. I didn't even post anything to get blocked. I was blocked for 30 days because it was a picture of a man who had a black eye, and the caption said another cell phone assault, except for it wasn't the cell phone that blew up. It was his wife. His wife found out the password on his phone, basically indicating that she found out he was cheating or something, and she gave him a black eye. They blocked me for 30 days for that. And I got that off of Facebook, so, and it's just somebody reporting my page. I got a lot of haters on there. Everybody hates me. I'm love. That's what they do to me. And so I get off of block for 30 days. I didn't even post anything after I got blocked. An hour or two later, I was blocked again for another 30 days, all because of a comment that was like 3 or 4 months old. Somebody reported that, like, boom. So they blocked me for another 30 days. So anybody that wants to be an a-hole with me, share my videos on YouTube. Share my videos on Facebook and get them on there so they can say, somebody still got them on there going. So yeah, tell them Facebook don't block me. Stop being a hater, man. Getting on my nerves. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Black Diamond Show. You need anything, please give me a call. Don't do that. Anyways, question of the day. Do you really love yourself? That's a real question. Because if you love yourself, your actions will show it. It'll show about the decisions that you're making. And hopefully gave you something to think about, because a lot of people show that you don't love yourself. I love myself, and I love all of you. I love people who don't even watch my show. I love everyone in the world. I'm a loving person. That's who I am. And I can't change that. I'm thankful to be a loving person. So I love myself, and it shows in my behaviors. Of course, we all need to learn, to grow, and evolve to be better human beings, and I work on that every day. So, like you should too. Love you guys. Take it easy. ZYXWVU TSRQPO NMLKJIHGFEDCBA, baby. Hit me up for the Windstream Wi-Fi 4199. Deuces.